Hello, welcome to Solving Watercolor. Today I'm painting this spontaneous winter landscape scene. We're going to take a loose, relaxed approach to this painting. It's 90% wet into wet painting, and the great thing about that is that the watercolor is practically going to paint itself for us. I'm going for a simple composition, one that's been used countless times by many artists. It's our old friend, the rule of thirds, and the top 2/3 of the painting are going to be sky and trees. The lower third will be snow and ice with lines that lead the viewer's eye into the painting. I'm going to start by painting the top 2/3 first, so let's just wet the top 2/3 of the paper with clean water. I'm going to use my 1-inch flat brush, and I want this to stay nice and wet so the paint will bloom out and make nice soft shapes. Then I'm going to control the flow of the paint by tilting the paper. Remember, the paint's only going to flow where the paper's wet, so I'm going to get lots of soft fuzzy shapes, but the paint will stop at the dry border, creating a hard-edged horizon line. We're going to paint the lightest sky colours first with some burnt sienna, and then I'm going to add some cerulean blue. These are very close to being complementary colours, which basically means that they'll form a dull neutral if you start trying to blend them too much. We don't want to lose all that brightness and vibrancy, so the trick here is to do as little brushing as possible. As long as the surface of the paper is nice and wet, instead of brushing you can just pick up the whole thing and tilt it around. Just let those colours run together and do their own thing. Okay, I'm happy with that sky. Let's get some trees in there while the surface is still nice and wet. I'm mixing up some Payne's Grey with ultramarine and dioxazine purple to create a cool indigo, and I'm using my bamboo calligraphy brush. Now tilt the painting up and start loosely painting from the dry part and just let it run into the wet sky. You can control how far and how fast it runs by how much paint you add and how much you tilt it. But at the end of the day, you never really know quite what's going to happen, and that's half the fun. Okay, I think those trees are tall enough now, so I'm going to tilt it practically vertical and let gravity stop that upward flow of the colour. Okay, I'm just going to lay it flat now and start on the lower third. So it's going to be a similar approach. Lay down some clean water and just let the paint flow into it. I'm just going to imagine that we have a frozen lake here with snow, so let's add some of that icy cerulean blue. See how this shape leads your eye into the painting? I'm going to dab in some of that indigo mixture to suggest that reflection of the trees. Let's add some burnt sienna over here on the left for a warm contrast and to reflect the colours of the sky. I'm just going to add a bit of texture here and there with a nearly dry brush on the dry areas of the paper. I think it needs just a couple more tree reflections. could almost just leave it there and call it done, but I want to add a few more details, so I'm going to gently dry the whole thing because I want the details to be crisp and sharp rather than soft and blurry, and I need the surface to be bone dry before I do that. So let's switch to the rigger brush now and put in some trees and branches and a few little details here and there to finish this off. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to check out my website solvingwatercolor.com, where I have lots of tutorials like this one, all completely free. You can sign up for my free course, Learn Watercolor in 7 days. But if you want to go deeper into this lovely art form, then I have 3 paid courses you can enroll in too. Links are in the description below. Thanks for joining me today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.